Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to IZMO Limited Q2 and H1 FY2024 earnings conference call. This conference call may contain forward-looking statements about the company, which are based on the beliefs, opinions, and expectations of the company as on date of this call. The statements are not the guarantee of future performance and involve risks and uncertainties which are difficult to predict. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on the touch-tone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Sanjay Soni, Managing Director, IZMO Limited. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to wish you all a very warm welcome to IZMO Limited's earnings conference call for the quarter and half year ended 30th September 2023. I would like to begin by expressing my gratitude to you all for taking the time to join us today. Mr. Tej Soni, President IZMO Cars, is unable to join the call as he is down with fever and a bad throat. At Factors, our investor relations team is on the call. Since this is only our third earnings conference call, I would like to share a brief overview of our company and some key recent developments, getting into the business and financial performance. Brief background about the company. IZMO Limited is a leading software products company based in Bangalore with offices in San Francisco, Chicago, and Paris, and multimedia studios in Los Angeles and Brussels. Over the last 25 years, the company has gained prominence as a provider of innovative solutions for the automotive industry. Today, the company serves thousands of clients in US, Europe, and India and does business with top automotive manufacturers in the world. The company has three core divisions. One, IZMO Studio, Interactive Media Solutions. Two, IZMO Auto, Digital Retail and CRM Platform. And third, Frog Data, AI and Data Intelligence Platform. IZMO Studio operates out of the studio in Los Angeles and Brussels and uses cutting-edge technology to produce the world's largest library of automotive images, which are licensed to major corporations across the world. The company is the number one globally in this space and is the sole provider of global content for transnational users. We are key to the global car rental and leasing companies and have the largest car rental car companies like Hertz, Avis, and Europcar, and leading leasing providers like Arval as clients. Major online portals such as Edmunds and Microsoft's MSN Autos are also our clients. We continue to invest in the latest laser and CGI technology. We continue to provide innovative solutions which define the future of digital retail for automotive. The company has made forays into interactive CGI products with the launch of IZMO Emporio, a 3D virtual showroom for digital retail. It is now widely accepted as the best product in the industry, and the company is ramping up marketing and sales. Recent additions include major brands like Ford, Peugeot, and Renault. The market for this product is dealerships which will use it on their websites, automotive portals, and online retail apps. We are proud to state that this is completely developed in-house and a great example of Make in India strategy of our government. The investment in this technology has also laid the foundation of our virtual reality products, which will combine digital retail with physical locations to provide experiential customer engagements and provide an alternative to pure digital sales channels. We have been developing this technology and will launch it in the next few months. IZMO Auto is our digital retail and CRM products group which operates in France, USA, and in India. This was one of the original products of the company, and we have a leading position in France with the largest dealer groups and OEMs as clients. The digital retail platform continues a steady growth, and we have recently launched a Spanish language platform in the US to cater to the rapidly growing Hispanic market. The company has launched www.autogozo.com, a Spanish-only auto portal in the US, and have already signed up more than 2,000 dealers. The site is in beta testing and will be launched with an advertising blitz in December 2023. There is little competition in this space, and we are well positioned to take advantage of the fastest growing automotive market segment in the US, that is Hispanic customers. The total Hispanic consumer spend is over $1.7 trillion, and the automotive segment alone is over $220 billion and growing rapidly. We expect this portal to be the foundation of growth to the online auto portal business in the U.S. The company's CRM products group has achieved a major milestone in being adopted by Stellantis for the European after-sales business. The product is mandated for use by all Stellantis distributors across Europe, and they have signed a multi-year annual recurring contract for it. There will be major expansion across all brands in all countries in the coming 2 years. The company launched a training and consulting division last year, IZMO Consulting in France, and it has received a coveted certification, QualiOP, from the French government, making it an official training company that can provide services which will be reimbursed by the government. This has opened up a new market in automotive training and education, and the company plans to invest in growing this business in the near future. Current clients include Stellantis, Renault, and large peer groups. Frog Data, the company's AI and data intelligence division, which has an early start in providing AI-driven decision analytics to customers in the automotive industry, is growing very rapidly. The company has been investing in this for the last 7 years and today has the most advanced platform, delivering millions of dollars of additional profits to thousands of dealers. It is a real example of how AI and data analytics can be used by businesses for performance improvement and optimization to positively impact the business. The current products are 1, FCAP, that's Frog Data Decision Analytics Platform; 2, Warranty Boost Plus, Service Analytics with Warranty Uplift; and 3rd is Warranty Mind, AI platform for warranty claims administration. Frog Data products are well accepted by customers, and the division is poised to achieve 50 to 70% growth this year. The growth has necessitated investment in additional sales team, engineering and delivery resources with additional marketing spend. The company plans to release new products in the coming year, which will use AI to solve problems of vehicle pricing and predictive upsell in the service lane. Coming to key recent developments, the company has performed well and in line with our projections. The macroeconomic factors are in the company's favor, with the auto market seeing a rebound across the world. The interest rate increase in the U.S. has not affected car sales, as they remain the primary mode of transportation in the world's largest economy. India is another shining star in the global automotive market, with double-digit growth and becoming the 3rd largest market after Japan. EVs have driven growth and excitement about the future of automobiles, though the enthusiasm is dampened by the realities of on-ground infrastructure, which is taking some time to build up. Chinese brands are making a big push into South American and European markets, and we foresee a period of intense competition in Tier 2 brands in the near future. However, overall, the macro indicators bode well for the company in the near future. Frog Data, the company's AI division, is the fastest growing part of the business and will continue its trajectory in the coming years as customers become more aware and AI becomes mainstream. Frog Data stands out for the following reasons. 1, integration with major data systems in the US. We are the only platform that aggregates data from major DMS, CRM, IMS, digital retail, and other systems that comprise the automotive ecosystem. This is the result of years of development in the tech stack of the platform. 2nd, domain knowledge. The company has over 20 years of automotive experience after working with thousands of dealers worldwide. Most of the key employees in product development in USA and Europe are from the automotive industry. This gives us access to industry know-how and know why of problems, and we can develop the solutions to solve them. 3rd, development center in India. Access to excellent technical resources is key to the success of any product company. Data scientists are the most in-demand resource in the software industry, and there is a global shortage. We have developed an in-house pool of talent that serves our development needs, and we continue to invest in training and development of new talent for the future. In order to meet the growth demands of Frog Data, the company has decided to do a capital raise of equity in Frog Data US and have appointed a merchant banker to lead the round. The interest from the investment community is strong, and we expect to close this round by the end of FY2023-24, that is by March 24. Without going into details, we would like to mention that the terms of investment will be rewarding to existing shareholders, as the valuation of Frog Data is comparable to other AI and data analytics companies. The company will continue to remain a majority shareholder in some data post-investment. We will make an announcement at the appropriate time. Focus for the next 6 months for the company are to meet growth targets for various product groups and complete the capital raise in Frog Data. Turning to our financial performance. Second quarter Q2 FY24. We reported 44.76 crores in revenue during Q2 FY2023-24, a 25.45% increase year-on-year rise. Growth was driven by several new client additions in key markets across the US and Europe. EBITDA excluding other income for the quarter stands at rupees 9.05 crores, up 80.6% Y-on-Y. EBITDA margin is 20.22%, higher by 633 bps. Operational efficiencies undertaken helped offset the impact of higher employee expenses due to issue of ESOPs. PAT during this quarter is rupees 5.12 crores as against 3.09 crores in the second quarter of FY23. PAT margin stood at 11.44%, higher by 277 bps. EPS for this quarter is rupees 3.81. Coming to the first half of FY23-24, we reported 86.25 crores rupees in revenue during H1 FY24, a 22.47% Y-on-Y rise. Growth was driven by continued rise in new clients and new product launches in the US and Europe. Our EBITDA excluding other income for the half year grew 130.44% Y-on-Y to rupees 17.33 crores, while EBITDA margin is 20.09%, a rise of 941 bps. Continued investment in our skilled workforce, including issue of ESOPs during the year, were offset by higher efficiencies, benefiting margins. Our PAT during these 6 months is rupees 10.13 crores as against 5.19 crores in first half of FY23. PAT margin stood at 11.75%. EPS for this period is rupees 7.55. This is all from our side. We can now take questions.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question, press star and 1 on the touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Our first question is from the line of Sudhir Vidya from Right Time Consultancy. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, sir, and congratulations on super set of numbers for the quarter 2.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. So my questions are like, are we facing any headwinds in, monetizing our Frog Data company because we are extending the timeline again from maybe December to March 24? So can you throw some light on that?
Sure. We have been speaking to a lot of funds as well as investment bankers, and we wanted to get the right investment bankers. So that's why it took a little bit of time. Also, they wanted us to prepare the deck in a particular manner for the SaaS company. So we had to actually redo the entire deck. So it was just a matter of getting the right partner to the funds. So there is no other delay. I mean, in terms of valuation, we are still looking at whatever numbers we had spoken of earlier. There is no change in that. So it's just a question of the process, because we spoke to several investment bankers, but we were trying to find the one we were most comfortable with.
So more or less it will be done by at least by March 24.
Yes, we are very, very confident of that. We don't foresee an issue.
Okay, and since we are, adding the clients, and this Q2 we have added significant addition in our client list. So then valuation, are we hoping that valuation also should go up as far as Frog Data is concerned?
We already have a very good valuation number, which is based on the next 2 years projections. So we are in line with those. I think if we get that valuation, we should be very happy. So we can't get too greedy. We have to leave money on the table for the new investor who comes in.
Yeah.
So we should get value for our and a fair value. So I think the valuation range we had given earlier, we will stick to that.
Maybe $80 to $100 million or what?
That's what we had indicated earlier. So the range is still there.
Okay. So the second point is, as our second half is much better than first half. So, and margin also, we have clocked very good margin in Q2 as well. So this kind of margin is sustainable, and what kind of growth we are looking in the S2, the current fiscal?
Rahul, can I answer that on the numbers?
Sir, we not to give any specific projections, but an overall guidance can be given without any numbers.
Historically, second half is always better. So even this year, we don't foresee any change. And given the pipeline of expected orders and the deals in the closing stages, we expect a very good second half in line with whatever.
Compared to last year, second half, we would be doing much better, right? That's what.
At least definitely better than the last year's second half.
Oh, great. And sir, my last question is our Frog Data revenue share is 25% of the overall revenue pie. So for the next fiscal, the growth driver would be led by Frog Data, or how you are looking at the next year fiscal? What would be the growth driver for the next fiscal?
We are trying to push all three divisions. We are getting good traction in all the three. Frog Data, of course, the number in fact client acquisition is the highest. But even in the IZMO studio, we are signing up new clients, and even in IZMO Auto. So going forward, yes, the share of Frog Data will go up, but we assume as a part of the overall percentage, it will not become majority. It will always remain number two. Or
great. So all three divisions you are expected it is expected to grow significantly next year.
Yes, based on our current pipeline of expected orders, especially with the OEMs, because our OEM engagement has been quite significant in the last few years, and that is now paying dividends now. So as they get more and more confident, and as they start rolling out existing products to other regions, the revenue from there will be quite high and with very little incremental investment from our side. So that will definitely show up even in the bottom line.
Great. And last question, if may I pitch in. Sir, can you throw some light on the gaming initiative in the last 1 or 2 years?
Sorry?
Coming to gaming industry, we took some initiative.
Yeah, we are pretty strong. I mean, we are still trying to catch up with our biggest clients' requirements. We are scaling up. But like I said earlier, also the training time is very long, and our team size is increasing steadily. So there the business is there as much we can do. We are trying to scale up as fast as possible. So it is a good. So money itself needs a lot more, and we are trying to see how fast we can ramp up to meet the demand.
Great, sir. Thank you for the opportunity and all the best, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Akshada Deo from Vivo Commercial Limited. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, I can hear you.
I'm new to the company, so I was just trying to understand what you mentioned, that you are also looking at 50 to 20% product growth this year in a quarter. Was that right on my part?
50 to 70% over the year.
Yes, sir. Can you tell me more about this growth that you're anticipating?
This is in the Frog Data AI platform. So last quarter also we added a significant number of clients. If you read our release on the results, we added nearly 137 clients in the last quarter just on Frog Data. So we are seeing a significant growth there. And compared to last year, we are looking at 70% growth in total number of clients in Frog Data. in this year.
What type of recognition do you do for this? Is it recurring revenue? Is it recurring revenue? How does
It's recurring. It's recurring revenue. Most of our products are sold on recurring revenue, including our IZMO Studio and IZMO Auto and even this. It's all recurring.
Okay. So do you have a multi-year contract typically, or is it just renewed every year? And that is
There are some contracts which are multi-year. I mean, Frog Data is relatively new, so most of them are annual contracts. But like IZMO Studio, we have multi-year contracts. IZMO Autos, we have multi-year contracts. Typically, new customers normally sign 1 year, and it auto renews unless they cancel.
Okay, okay. And the Microsoft MSN is also a part of your client base, is that right?
Right.
Can you
They have
tell
been a
me
client for nearly 7 years now.
Okay, so can you just tell me how the process was, if it's not disclosing too much, just how you ended up getting that order and what the order is meant for you as a company?
So 7 years ago, they approached us for images for their MSN Autos because we are the largest provider of images, having a global catalog. And they're very, very stingy in how they pay. That's how they are Microsoft. So there's a lot of negotiation, but eventually we worked out a fair price, and it's been ongoing ever since. It took around 6 months to crack the deal with Microsoft, but it's been a long-term time.
Is that typically how long it takes for you to crack with a client? 6 months?
It depends. Like such big companies, they have a lot of bureaucracy. It takes time. Smaller dealerships we can close even in a week or 15 days. So, depending on the bigger the company, the more the bureaucracy. So there is always a sales cycle. I mean, the time which they take, it goes through various layers. Something in Stellantis will take even a year. We have contracts which have been signed after 1 year with Stellantis, but that's a big OEM. So, but then it's multi-year. We know that once you're in, you're going to get returns for the next few years. Because they don't change vendors and they don't change products very frequently. Once they adopt something, it's for the long term. Especially since they are rolling it out geography by geography, they can't afford to mess around with it. So they stick to it. So that's the nature of the game. With small clients, dealerships, it's very quick. The bigger companies, it takes longer. We need to be patient.
Yes. And one of my other questions was, you mentioned that Chinese brands are increasing intensity for the Southern American market. So what does the Southern American market mean to you, and what exactly are Chinese brands looking into from this market as well?
Chinese brands like the Koreans earlier are looking at the lowest end of the market. So that's how Koreans entered earlier. And that's how Japanese entered before that. So it's the
This
same
is also
strategy.
for IZMO Auto?
Yeah, this is mainly for IZMO Autos we're talking about.
Okay. So the market size for you for South America would be?
Not very significant at the moment. We have Mexico is a major market for us. The rest of it, not yet.
Okay. And last, I just wanted to know, what was the rationale for raising capital?
We need to expand Frog Data's product development as well as sales reach. Right now we are in Chicago, LA, and San Francisco. We need to have a lot more marketing network offices, Texas, Florida, New York, New Jersey, Michigan. Because what we have seen with Frog Data is if we are able to reach the customer, we get the sign up. So I need to have more office locations, I need to have more people, and then we need to also increase the product development for the next generation of products based on the new AI platform. So it's basically for that.
Your success hit ratio has been quite favorable for the company as well, integrating the orders.
Yeah, we were among the early starters with analytics. When we were talking analytics in automotive, nobody was even talking about it. And when we started AI, in fact, we have an AI engine which came out 4 years back, much before AI became fashionable. Now, of course, it's becoming a snowball effect. So we need to capitalize on that. For that, I need capital to really go out there quickly and ramp up my sales network. So that'll bring in the results. We know it'll bring in the results. It's not a question of if, it's a question of how fast we can do it.
What percentage of dilution is a shareholder supposed to expect from the capital raise?
I think 10 to 15%.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Milan Shah from Urmil's Research Consultancy. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Good morning.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. Congratulations for excellent set of numbers and this for greater institution. So I want to understand you have explained excellent in opening. I want to know the gaming industry
Sorry to interrupt, sir. Mr. Shah, may we request you to use your handset, sir? Your audio is breaking up slightly, sir.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay. Sir, I want to know, you have mentioned gaming industry partnership. It is for our IP or it is we are doing for Sony?
No, for the gaming industry, it's not a product, so it's not an IP. It's basically a service we are doing for Sony.
Okay.
We're one of their only, for the PS5, they have a Gran Turismo, that's the flagship game. We do a lot of work for that game in CGI.
Okay, so we are not going to any financially higher profits with them. Only we are going to get some money from them. Okay.
No. There's no financial involvement.
Okay.
It's basically they are outsourcing work to us and we are doing it. It's very high-end CGI work because the kind of quality they need and it's at 8K and 4K resolution is really, really very high quality work. So it's something very challenging and that's what we have been building the team from the last 3 years. So we expect a lot more work to come from them and that's why we are ramping up the team there.
Okay. And sir, you have mentioned Spanish language website we have it for USA, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, and we have a dealer of 30,000, maybe I hear. But it is a chance to increase in USA?
Sorry, come again?
Okay. We have 40,000 people right now, and it is a chance to grow in this business.
Yeah, of course. That is the whole idea. That's what we are doing.
What is the potential, sir?
See, there are 17,600 dealers in the US. So right now our penetration is very, very low.
Okay.
So we have a long way to grow.
Okay.
A lot of room to grow. So there's a lot of potential.
Okay, sir, I joined deeply. So any development in frog data creation?
We have appointed the merchant banker and we hope to finish the fundraise before March 24.
Okay, sir. Thank you for my side. And this is for future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Our next question is from the line of Parth Kotak from Alpha Plus Capital. Please go ahead.
Hey, congratulations for the set of numbers and thanks for taking my question. I have two questions. One, from an accounting perspective, we've received 25% of our sales from frog data, which probably is around 20 odd crores. Is my understanding correct that this is only 75% of the total sales that we're taking into consolidation?
We report the complete sales. We don't take this thing as 75%.
Okay. Our shareholding in frog data, if I rightly understand, is at 70%.
Correct.
Okay. And so the profit would then be taken into our data?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, perfect. We've also seen employee addition or employee cost up by 17%. If you could probably give us some bit of light on what is employee addition?
Most of it is due to ESOP cost. In fact, 61 lakhs, we have given the note, is due to ESOP. So
there's no fair bit of new employee addition because I guess for
we are increasing salespeople in the US. We are increasing programmers here wherever required. We are increasing the Sony team. So wherever required, we are ramping up. Like we have a concierge service for our frog data clients. So we do that from India. So that team is going up because as the number of clients goes up, we increase that. But these are low-level resources, not very expensive.
Perfect. Lastly, in your presentation, I think you've given quarter-on-quarter growth. Probably I could take this separately. I'd be very happy if I could get the year-on-year number for the half year, probably for all three segments from IZMO. Primarily because the sales have been really impressive. So just to see the trajectory of how we're doing year-on-year.
Okay, we will work with Rahul's team to get this across to you.
Super. That's it from my side and wish you all the very best for the coming.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Aman Vij from Astute Investment Management. Please go ahead.
Good morning, sir. My first question is on crop data. If you can talk about the typical journey of the clients. So once we acquire them, how do the scaling of the client happen? Normally, how long does it take? And what is the initial business that they give us? And after a couple of months, what is the potential business that these clients give us?
See, the initial pitch to them is basically we look at whether they are, what is the kind of business volume they have, whether they would be wanting to start with just one of the modules, say warranty boost or maybe warranty claim, or maybe they'd like to go for the whole platform. Depending on how comfortable they are and how what they would like to start off with, we actually pitch that. The main time taken is in getting the data cube ready because we need to collate the data from various data sources before the AI engine actually starts analyzing the data and then throwing up the results for them. So once we get the sign off on the contract, then we start creating the data cube, which normally takes 2 to 3 weeks. Sometimes more, depending on if their data sources are not very clean or not very organized. Then we start working on the data, and then the concierge team here starts working with them on how to, suppose it's warranty claims and how to improve the claim ratios. What is the data which is being thrown up by the system and how we can help them or how they will be benefiting, and then they start engaging with them on a weekly basis and helping them navigate action items being thrown up by the data and then hand-holding them for the first 3 months. Once they are comfortable, then they are on their own. Then we go back to them after 6 months with the second. Would you like to add now? You're seeing the results. Would you like to add some more? And that's how it goes.
And typical client revenue, is it like initially they have a SaaS kind of like a, what is the typical SaaS rate?
There's a setup fee which we take depending on the, then there's an annual, monthly billing for the annual contract. So it depends on product to product.
Sure, sir. I wanted to understand if typical client will start with say $1,000 to $10,000 kind of business for us. If you can talk about that.
It could be around $1,800 going up if we start with just one product, going up to $18,000 for the whole thing if they sign up for everything. Dollars a year.
$18,000 a year.
It could be $1,800 to $18,000. That's the range.
For all three.
For all three.
Sure. So the client will minimum start at $1,800, if I understand correct? Or
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
And then eventually, if we take all, they might move to $10,000-$15,000 also.
Yes, that's right.
And typically in this business model, I think we now have maybe 1,200, 1,300 clients. It might be more. What is the attrition rate?
It's around 1.6% or 1.3%. I think 98.4% retention earlier. Now it's gone up to 98.7%.
Sure. And you can talk about what is the kind of investments we are planning in this platform over the next 2-3 years?
We are looking at around 10 to 15 million in product development as well as sales and marketing. and then taking it to Europe, because right now we are only selling it in the US. We haven't yet taken it. Our European customers are asking for it. So 10 to 15 million is the number we are looking at.
Sure. And in terms of your estimated market share today as on in US, so there are like 2-3 peers only, if I understanding is correct. So what is our market share today in US, and how is the market growing?
See, if you look at, we have a majority market share as of now in the analytics space. But number of customers, totally, there's still a lot of room to grow. So that's what we are looking at. That we need to increase that and become even bigger in terms of size, because there is a lot of room there. So why not?
And any reason, given the market itself is very small, and I think US itself will have ample opportunity. So any reason we want to try this Europe market also, because they
Europe is actually, we are being pushed by our OEM clients. So that's why. There it will give us a good, if they give us good orders for this from the corporate level, then it makes sense, because those will be big contracts. And we have some large dealer groups also who are pushing us. Out of the top 20 dealer groups in France, nearly 12 are our customers. So we are looking at those as well. And again, they also want it. So we'll see. That's why we are not doing it this year. We may look at it next year. Once we raise capital, we'll be able to deploy some additional people there for this. Right now the focus is the US market, but we can't take, if my customers there are asking for it, and can't keep saying no to them forever. Because everybody realizes today that analytics is very important for any dealership.
Sure, sir. But out of the $10 to $15 million which we are trying to raise, will this require a significant amount in Europe, or most of it will be US?
Most of it will be US. Europe will not be significant. Like I said, we'll be mostly selling it to existing clients. We don't need to really spend too much money to sell in the US.
Sure. And in Europe, whenever we enter, will the model be similar, $1,800 to $18,000 kind of revenue run rate, or will it be different given it is a OEM based?
It will be different, because we are looking at larger contracts. Per dealership may be lower, but ticket size may be more. So there it will be, the dynamics will be slightly different.
Sorry to interrupt. Mr. Ved, may we request you to rejoin the question queue for follow-up questions, as there are several participants waiting for their turn. Thank you, sir. Our next question is from the line of Sunil Patel, who is an investor. Please go ahead.
Hi. Thank you for taking my question. So actually, my question is follow-up to the earlier participant's question of takes of close to $10 million which you are in the subject over the next 2 odd years. Right? So anyway, this year you'll be generating close to 40 crores of free cash, almost around 50 crores of free cash. And the company being debt-free, so why are you looking for value equity? Rather, why not use internal accruals and some debt to fund the CapEx rather than using equity?
We have looked at various options. We want to see, there are 2 reasons to value the equity. One is, of course, raise capital. More importantly is to get a valuation benchmark for the business, especially for Frog Data. So it sets a number there which is valued by an outside investor. And we also have a lot of capital spending happening for our VR platform, and on the other products we need to keep looking at revamping our main product suite of IZMO Auto. So investment keeps recurring. But more importantly, we would like to focus on trying to get a valuation number which makes the whole, which gives a lot of clarity to investors about what is the actual value of our AI platform. So valuation 10 to 50% is not an issue there, but it gives a very good base.
So it's more of a value discovery process which will happen. It's
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. And so this fundraise will happen at the frog data level, or the money will flow to the India company, the parent listed company, and then India company
at the frog data level.
Okay. So in that context, how will the listed shareholders benefit? I agree to the point of value discovery, but how will the listed shareholders benefit?
There will be a lot of business coming in frog data. It eventually majority owned by IZMO. So.
Okay. Now, I was wondering if the listed company will start distributing dividend or take some sort of buyback also going forward, because
no, we don't believe in buybacks. I don't think we want to do a buyback. We still have a lot of room to grow.
Okay.
Not that we don't have any avenues for investment that we'll go and do a buyback.
Okay. So one more question. I mean, just a quick look at from the December 22 shareholding to date, we have seen a marginal decline in the promoter shareholding. Is there
That's due to ESOPs. Actually, no, it can't be, because we have taken warrants this year. So as the ESOP, this thing is getting done, maybe that's why we have not sold any share, not even one share. Why would I have taken warrants? There's no reason for me to sell anything.
Yeah, warrant conversion is funding, but probably it must not be reflecting in the shares. Got it. Okay.
And every quarter, I mean, I think last March we gave ESOPs, and this, so those would have got impact. Those would have impacted this thing.
Good. So my last question was, during your first conference call, which you did in June 22, you had alluded to growth of close to 30-40% for FY23, the full fiscal year, right? FY23, we closed with a lower growth of close to around 17-18%. So there were reasons for this, which you mentioned. Do we see any sort of risk happening, any sort of downside risk to the projections we are getting for now, like 30-40% growth going forward again?
Not at the moment. We are seeing a very healthy pipeline, and especially from the OEMs. So I think we are quite confident we'll achieve a good number. And if you see the first half year results, it is showing a good number. So we will continue. And normally the second half is also better.
Yeah, so, last year, second half was much better. I mean, you reported almost 14 crores of PAT. The margins were also up during last year's second half. So were there any one-offs during last year's second half?
Yeah, there were. And that's what I said in my last call.
That's other income part, yeah.
There are some projects we had done, which was project income, which we had done for Stellantis. So that came, what billed out in March.
Yeah, so this year, then that might not be the case, right? Because those were sort of non-recurring income. It was
we have other things in the pipeline. We are doing other projects. We probably will have another $1 million of other income from people who have not paid for our images and who have used them. So we hope to recover $1 million just from there. So there's a lot of other things which are there I can't talk about. But
understood.
That's what I said. We are pretty hopeful.
Understood. So that 14 crore benchmark, we have budget.
We hope that we can achieve better than that. We are working towards it.
Understood. Got it, sir. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Our next question is from the line of Pulavarthi Sai Kiran, who is an investor. Please go ahead.
Thank you for taking my question. Just for clarity,
sorry to interrupt, sir. We request you to use your hand. So your audio is not clear.
Is it better now?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand. One of the earlier participants, they said that you own 75% in Frog Data subsidiary. But when I look at the annual report, it says that 100% held by your US subsidiary, which is nothing but IZMO INC, and in IZMO INC you have 100%. Is there any dilution happening after 31st March 2023, sir?
The dilution is due to the ESOPs which are being given, not converted to shares to the Frog Data employees.
Okay, got it, sir. So currently it's like this. Correct me if I'm wrong. IZMO listed entity owns 100% in IZMO INC, and IZMO INC owns 100% in Frog Data subsidiary. As of now, Frog Data employees were given ESOPs, and potentially after conversion, the holding of IZMO INC goes to 75% from 100%. Is my understanding right?
Yes, that's right.
Perfect. And over and above that, you also intend to raise capital at Frog Data LLC, and potentially that dilution will be around 10 to 15%.
That is correct.
Perfect. And another thing I just want to understand,
last year, approximately the Frog Data LLC's revenues are around $4 million.
Right.
Right. And that's where you are seeing an exponential growth and what you have explained over a period of time. Is my understanding right, sir?
That's correct.
Perfect. Great, sir. And just one more, what I can say, very broad level question, sir. You have in detail about 3 divisions what you have. If you can explain us what are the key drivers for the growth in the respective 3 divisions, and probably if you would like to explain why US economy slowdown might not impact your business, that would be really helpful. Thank you. That's it from my side.
See, the growth driver in the IZMO studio is, in fact, new clients signing up for images worldwide. We are seeing a lot of Edmunds was a new client which we signed up beginning of this year after 15 years. So similar clients like those, we are talking to quite a few of them. IZMO Autos, IZMO Emporio is being sold well. We expect a lot of returns to come from there, and even on the digital retail platform, we are seeing a very good response in the US and in Europe. Stellantis is rolling out the CRM across Europe now. It was earlier only in France, so we expect a lot of good revenues to come from there. We're also engaging with Renault on many similar products which they want to roll out across geographies. So we feel that these are a lot of things which are happening which can help us achieve the numbers we are looking at. And as digital becomes more and more prevalent and things start moving more towards AI, I think we are well placed to take advantage of that.
Correct, sir. Thank you very much. Really helpful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question is from the line of Anil Nahata from Parami. Please go ahead.
Hi, Sanjay. My first question is, you mentioned that you are redoing a presentation for the merchant bankers and bringing in the SAP kind of metrics in the presentation. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
So, Sanjay, can I request you from the next quarter onwards, can you start reporting some of those metrics also in your quarterly investor presentation? Would that be feasible?
Maybe not next quarter, but I think full year we can look at doing something like that.
Okay, please do so. That will be very nice. And secondly, similarly on reporting, see, there is these 2 things, that there are warrants now which have been issued, which will mature at some point of time. And similarly in Frog Data, while officially still we are 100% ownership, but we don't have a 25% which will dilute. So we can also start reporting our numbers on fully diluted basis going forward.
I'll have to check with the auditors about that, because that's more of a accounting and legal thing. And depending on what advice they give, we will follow that. This is what they have been informing us, so we have just followed it. So that they will have to refer to them and depends on them.
Because that will give a more accurate idea about the business and what actually accrues to the benefit of the shareholders of IZMO and Date. So that was the second part.
Let me talk to them. And
sure. The third thing, Sanjay, I just wanted to understand, if you look at the numbers, I mean, Q2 is now slightly higher than Q4 in terms of revenue numbers, right? However, the EBITDA margin are pretty much lower than Q4. I know there are some one-time revenues and other things, but and even after adjusting for the ESOP, there is nearly a 700 bits difference in the EBITDA margin. I mean, so what is the expense increase that we are seeing vis-a-vis Q4 that is leading to the lower operating margin?
We have legal costs we have incurred. Like I said, we are going after a lot of companies. So there are legal costs, and then employee cost has also gone up because we are adding people, and of course ESOP is there. So it depends on quarter to quarter. Some costs get booked in the quarter and some don't. So it's difficult to pinpoint any one particular reason. There may be a lot of marketing costs because people are traveling. We are adding sales people in the US. So it could be a combination of various factors.
Fair enough. to understand was there is no systematic issue at this, right? That you are seeing lower margins overall or any of those things. None of those things. There are some one-time expenditures that you are doing.
Yeah. As we keep expanding, these margins will keep going up and down slightly. It's not, as overall as we grow, we will see better numbers going forward. So.
Okay. Thanks. My last question, can you give some more details on how has the IZMO, I think you launched the IZMO Studio or IZMO Emporio somewhere in the last couple of months. How has been the response to that? What kind of sales we are seeing on that?
Response has been very good. We have signed up around 45 clients there, and now it's becoming, we hope that by end of this year, we should sign a couple of hundred at least, if not more. So it is picking up now.
What is the ticket size we are seeing there?
Sir, between $3,000 to $6,000 a year.
Okay. Thanks. That's all. Thank you so much.
Right.
Thank you. Our next question is from the line of Rayan Sorabji, who's an investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, sir. Just two questions. What would be the sales sort of figure that we can look at for Frog BI for FY24 and FY25?
Sorry, just repeat I lost you in between.
No, I just want to know what can we expect as the sales number that we're targeting for Frog data for FY25 and FY24?
FY24, we are looking at around 17% increase over last year, 70 to 80%. So we are looking at, I would say, 7 to 7.5 million, and another 100% on that in FY25, because by then the new sales teams and all will be in place, and the new offices.
So we can say 15 million FY25. That is the number that we're looking at.
15 years.
Okay. This is subject to the fundraise. Only if the fundraise...
If we don't do the fundraise, we'll probably grow another 50% at least. If not 100. So.
Okay. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question is from Parth Kotak from Alpha Plus Capital. Please go ahead.
Hey, just one follow-up question. Regarding Frog data, have we expanded to different geographies? As per our last conversation, we were probably restricted to 2 or 3 regions within the US.
Not yet. That's why we need to do that. That's why the fundraise is there. So we are from Chicago, LA, and San Francisco. We are targeting bigger groups. So there we are getting clients in different geographies. But we don't have feet on the street there as yet. So that will probably happen in Q1 of 24-25.
Okay, perfect. That's helpful. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question is from the line of Aman V from Astute Investment Management. Please go ahead.
Sir, on the margin side, so last 4-5 quarters we have been consistently over 20% kind of EBITDA margin. If you can talk about, do you think this number is sustainable? And also if you can give the range of margins of the 3 different divisions.
I don't have those margin numbers offhand for the divisions because but we definitely are working on improving the margins. In a product company, it's very simple. As top line keeps going up and you sell more product, the margins should increase. There is added investment in terms of people but it's not linear. So the idea is to reach a run rate which is really, really significant. And then you'll see the margin improvement happening even more dramatically. So we are pitching for that.
Sure. And any kind of exit run rate do you think we can achieve, maybe like when do you think we can achieve that 60-70 crore kind of quarterly run rate?
I think by next year, 24-25.
Sure. And we have talked about our repository is being an advantage. If you can talk about with the AI coming in, so is there a risk that the advantage we have over the peers can reduce because now
Yeah, I cannot reproduce the CGI image or a very high quality photo of a car. So these are very, very high resolution taken in a studio. It's not replicable by AI. So those are okay for social media and all that photos which they generate, but not this high quality. So as of now, we don't foresee any competition from there.
Sure, sir. Yeah, these were the questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to all participants, you may press star and one to ask a question. Our next question is from the line of Sudhir Beda from Right Time Consultancy. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity. Just a few follow-up questions, sir. One is, like we have, as I think what I heard clearly was, like second half of the last year had one of the kind of income from the projects, and we did around 15 crores of net profit in the second half. So this year also we are doing project, and I think we will have some income from that as well. So is it the right understanding that we would be doing profit much higher than the second half what we did last year?
We hope to do it, but I cannot give you a guarantee this thing because.
No, but aspiration is there, right?
We are working towards that. We are working very hard. All the ingredients are there. So we hope that we'll be able to achieve that.
That is a music to the shareholders here. And sir, my second question is just on the tax side. So tax will be continued to be charged like whatever has been charged in the last couple of quarters?
Yeah. Correct.
Oh. Yeah. Thanks. All the best.
Thank you. Our next question is from the line of Vikram Mehta, who is an investor. Please go ahead.
Hi, Sanjay. Congratulations on a good set of numbers. One, what are the key risks you see for the business going forward? And second is, what's the kind of headcount up you're envisaging from this year to next year and thereafter in terms of number of people in the company?
See, I think the key risk is the US, if it goes into a full-blown recession or, because the interest rates are very high, if the Fed increases it more, and there is some sort of meltdown, that's a risk which may be there. But as of now, we are not seeing anything like that happening. But we are waiting and watching. I mean, we are just watching it very carefully. That's why we are not. We are very cautious in spending and in adding too much of overheads because it's always better to be cautious. And headcount, I think, like I said, we are adding headcount mostly at the lower level and not high cost headcount. So it's either feet on the street in the US or then it's low level headcount in Bangalore. And we'll probably add another 20-25 people by end of this year. So nothing very significant.
Okay. Thanks and all the best for the future.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last question of our question and answer session. As there are no further questions, I now hand the conference over to Mr. Sanjay Soni, Managing Director, for closing comments.
I thank the entire team of IZMO for their untiring efforts, hard work, and dedication, which drives the company forward. I appreciate all of you for participating in our conference call. Please do get in touch with our investor relations team for any further questions. Thank you very much, and have a good day.
Thank you. On behalf of IZMO Limited, this concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.